Hi everyone, we are from Group 5 and our teammates are Abhita Mukka, Mohan Krishna Ayappa Chinta and myself Lakshmi Priyanka Vemula. We are going to discuss about the network monitoring using Nagios tool. Coming to the introduction of the Nagios Excite tool. Actually, it was formerly known as the Nagios Core, which is free and open source computer software application. The main theme of this Nagios XI tool is to monitor systems, networks, and infrastructure. Nagios offers monitoring and alerting services for servers, switches, and all the applications and all the business process services. The main work of this Nagios XI tool is to monitor the critical parameters of applications, networks, and all the business process. Coming to the next slide, which explains about the benefits of Nagios tool. The first and the foremost benefit of this Nagios tool is to detect the network and server outages and other protocol failures. It will detect very fastly, and it also detects the failed servers, services, batch processing jobs, etc. By this, we can increase services and we can monitor and can detect these issues. Coming to the first, why we need continuous monitoring. There are multiple reasons for the need of continuous monitoring. Few of them are infrastructure issues, application issues, and the failure in the monitoring CI/CD or pipelines. Coming to the failure in the CI/CD pipelines, actually DevOps applications mostly use the CI/CD pipelines, and most of the organizations are using DevOps technology. In order, when we are monitoring the CI/CD pipelines, there should be no manual intervention. So we need to monitor these CI/CD pipelines, which are very critical for the DevOps functioning. We use this monitoring tool. And for the next thing, it is the infrastructure issues. In this, we need to check the server health issues. Server health can't be compromised at any cost. To give best service to the customer, we don't need any downtime in the application or increased response time. So in order to remove the performance issues before the server got releasing, we need to check the server health status timely. For this, we need continuous monitoring. And now let's discuss about what is continuous monitoring. Actually, continuous monitoring will resolve any sort of system errors before they have the negative impact on the business. Negative impacts like low memory, unreachable server, etc. Not only these negative impacts, apart from this, they also used to monitor business process, applications, and all server related issues. Basically, this continuous monitoring is a very effective system where entire IT infrastructure, starting from the application, business process, and server, will be monitored in an automated fashion. Let's discuss about the few phases in the continuous monitoring, which was defined by the NIST. NIST is the National Institute of Standard Technology. Here, as per the NIST policies, it declared 6 phases in the continuous monitoring. Monitoring phase. Should respond and mitigate the errors we found in the above process. Next, we have to review and update. In this, we have to update the applications in users monitoring tool. Next one, coming to the next slide. Here, the continuous monitoring application has 5 phases according to the Patriot. In this continuous assessment, audit, continuous patching, continuous reporting, and continuous discovery are the 5 phases. In the continuous assessment, which means automatically scans, comparing information assets against industry and data repositories in order to determine the vulnerability. Findings and provides detailed reports. Next, it provides continuous audit, where it will be going to evaluate your client server and network devices with configurations, and then it compare them with the standard policies, basically what continuous audit is. Next, after the audit, we have to do the continuous patching. It means automatically deploying and updating software to eliminate vulnerabilities and maintain compliance. And then after patching, we have to do continuous reporting, where we aggregate the scanning results from the different departments and scan types and organize them into a one centralized repository. Next, coming to the these are the few of the monitoring tools: Sensu, Librato, PagerDuty, Datical, Tasktop, Kibana, Splunk, Nagios, Dynatrace. We heard of the PagerDuty and Splunk. PagerDuty will be used by the top MNCs like TCS to monitor their tools. Now we are going to discuss about the Nagios. Coming to the Nagios design architecture. This is the Nagios design architecture, where we will be having a Nagios server, which we are hosting in the virtual machine console, where this Nagio periodically runs plugins residing on the server. It will monitor the host connected into this Nagio server, where their performance can be accessed on this web interface. And if there are any alerts, they are usually sent to this SMS and email. Nagios monitors your entire infrastructure to ensure systems, applications, services, and business processes to function properly. Rest of the slides will be explained by my teammate Abhita.
Hi, I'm Abhita. Today I'll be explaining about the features of Nagios tool and installation steps how to download the Nagios tool. So coming to features of Nagios tools are like good login database, detects network errors and server crashes. Issues can be fixed automatically, and it supports the implementation redundant monitoring host. Coming to Nagios tool installation. In order to access Nagios tool, we need virtual machine console. So we need to install Hyper-V Manager. After installing Hyper-V Manager, we need to enable Hyper-V. This can be done by running this application through administrator. Then by the feature turn Windows on or off, we have to select the Hyper-V application. Then we need to restart the system to make the changes. Later, need to open up the Hyper-V machine, either saved on your desktop or by searching it in your start menu. Head over to the action in the top left corner, hover over new and select virtual machine. Now, you are now given the virtual machine setup wizard. Then it recommends to assign memory. So the default memory startup is 512 megabits. In order to run this application, we need to use 2048 of memory of startup. Then need to configure the network. After configuring the network, we need to configure the virtual hard disk. As we already downloaded the VHD file from the Nagios, select the option use an existing virtual hard disk and then try to browse the installed Nagios VHD file from your system. Later, a creation of Nagios VM in the Hyper-V will be done. Now we can see the installed virtual machine in Hyper-V. Click on Start to run the virtual machine and connect to boot it up. Then the Nagios XI login prompt will appear with the login credentials and and with IP address. After successful logging into the IP address in the browser, we are now able to see access the Nagios XI in the browser. So by clicking on that, it will redirect to Nagios XI monitoring tool homepage. And now the working demo of this application will be explained by one of our teammate, Mohan Krishna.
Hello, myself Mohan. I am going to explain of Nagios XA network monitoring tool. For first, we need to go for Nagios. We need to have a hyperview manager, and let us start with that. In the search bar, we are going to search like hyperview manager and enter. After opening the hyperview manager, we are going to create a virtual mission. In this virtual mission, go to the actions and new and create a virtual mission where we have already created a one virtual mission and we have started running for our progress. And after running this, and we need to connect with the Nagios. So start the click on the connection. Here I have already opened previously. So the login your username is root and password was here displayed on the console. And here actually that which IP address was being provided in the console. Let us open the IP address. After opening the Google, let us paste the IP address of the Nagios. After opening that, it will be getting in the welcome screen and click on the Access Nagios XI. After opening the Nagios, while we are opening the for first time, it shows ask the login details. So while opening an account in Nagios XI, we are going to give some credentials. So for that credentials, it's going to be a share the username and password for this tool. After opening to this tool, here we have in the totally and the 6 to 7 options of this tool. First part we are going to the admin. In admin, we need to go for the system settings, because why I'm coming to the first for this I is actually the program URL should be the match for the what we have been typing in the Google in the search engine, because it was the produced from the dynamic it was produced from the Nagios tool. So if it does not matches to us, then immediately we need to change it manually. After that, we have been updated it and it was same to us what we have been done. And next go to the system status. In the system status, here we have a system status component and service server status. Right now what the status is, it is the health is good or bad, what's the memory, how much memory we have been used, and like CPU status, because these are the main server status we need to search, we need to be on searching for it. And some of these components, what's the monitor engine and report engine, cleaners, this what all the status is good or bad. Right now our status is very it's good. Let us start configuring the right now. And forever one more we are having in this is email settings. Email settings we have outbound and inbound. Respectively, we can be saying that we need to send an email. In the place of send form, we can use we can give whatever email we need to send, like in it is outbound. In inbound also same way, we can send of multiple numbers. We can get given a notification request for them what it is going on. That is the overview of the admin. Next, after going to the dashboards, in the dashboards, here totally we having an administration task, getting started guide and server status, that it get loaded. Here, actually the server status before what I told in the admin, that is here. It was while we are observing, and here this is an administrative task. What we are going to do a task and configure the system right now. We can do directly from here as, and here we have a configure option. Right now I will be doing from first step, because it was a new to all, and from configure wizard In configure wizard, while clicking for the first time, we're having a lot of options to connect. However, like Tomcat, Apache, Lark, or Amazon SC, it has a multiple to connect. It is not a for only one. And suppose that right now my operating system is like Windows. Right now I'm going for the Windows. If you need, we can connect for the Google Cloud, like Amazon Cloud, whatever it may be, Azure Cloud. Right now I'm using the Windows desktop. In the Windows desktop, if we need to connect to one IP network device, right now, suppose I'm having this. This is the one of my personal device. This is the IP address of that. If I keep the IP address here itself, while most first time you are giving address and port and token, the token should be an empty. There is no problem. And next we are going to auto discover. In this auto discover, we are having an our first one was the system address, and second was it was my personal system. I have been connected before, and here from here to run this wizard, I have already completed this for once, and I'm going to show you how it's going to be done. This was the job which was shows and default services and host servers, which was being get by the default of this. And next here, what address I've been connected, IP address I've been connected. And this was the OS and the Citrix Access Gateway VPN gateway you have been connected. The status was new. The device of it that was in the one place. After that, the step 3 is in the monitor settings. How many minutes we can monitor, like, or else how many what we need, how many minutes, like, or we can get its potential immediate response that based on our necessity, and we are going to do that. And when the problem is detected, then we need to get an immediate. Some people they need to get immediately notification. Some of they get like 15 minutes after the note. Based on them, they are going should be alert. Here I have selected for the system alert for myself because it's an individual device, so I have selected. And I have if you need to share the for all the contacts of your device or only for you administrators, that I have. So first I have been selected for the Nagios administrator. After that, what's a host group? Suppose we have a long teammate, so they need to get the notification. So that like that, if we need whatever like service groups and parent host. Suppose if we came to the parent host, this is the only one device I am having. So it does not have any parent host. So it is an individual. So I have been going through this and click next. And I'm applying the final settings. It's get configured. Let us go to dashboard. After we got configuration, we are going to display like this. This is where we have been connected in the range of this. This is the what my phone is in the OnePlus 7. If you need any how the system works and performance and the monitoring of this, everything is going to be seen here. Right now, this was in a monitor engine event queue. Again, right now I have been connected for this OnePlus 7. The system and here have ping which server we have been connected. What is the memory usage of this here? If we get an immediate like latest alert, so we can observe here. This was the main theme of this. And coming to the reports, if we need the reports for each and everything, it will be appear here. If we need less than an hour or like less than a week, less than it need before 24 hours, like that, whatever it may be, based on necessity, you can be show that. I need the OnePlus 7 right now. I did.